It's interesting to notice how something strange happens when you start to remember things that you never learned, yet somehow already know. You ever forget to forget? The moment your mind starts recognizing a pattern that makes change inevitable. Like the way a melody sticks in your mind, and you hum it without even noticing. Because what begins as a tune becomes a rhythm. What becomes a rhythm becomes a way of being. And this is how your mind already begins to shift. Because there's a funny thing about funny people. They know life is absurd, and because it's absurd, it's brilliant. And because it's brilliant, it's art. And because it's art, you get to paint your own version, don't you? Just like how some people use logic to explain, others use metaphor to transform. And you now are learning how to do both at once. Because it's in the laugh that the mind opens. It's in the pause that the message lands. It's in the absurdity that truth sneaks in through the back door of the subconscious and settles in like it always belonged. And maybe you can already feel a part of you curious about what it would be like to playfully change everything without effort, without force. Just like a child improvising on a piano, not thinking about scales, just following joy. Because beliefs, behaviours, personality traits, they're not locked doors, they're rhythms. Once you hear the beat, you can dance wherever you want. Like the belief that you're enough, not in some affirmational, superficial way, but the way the sun doesn't ask permission to rise. It just does. It just is. And so are you. And the more you accept that truth, the more you laugh at the idea that you ever doubted it. Because confidence, it isn't the absence of fear, it's the presence of playfulness. Isn't it funny how the moment you start to see failure as feedback, you stop being afraid of falling, and you start learning how to fly. You might not even remember when this started happening, when you stopped seeking approval and started approving of yourself. Because somewhere between a clever pun and an unexpected punchline, a deeper lesson always slips in. Reality is a mirror. Energy is magnetic. Your state controls your story. You've already begun to embody this. Because humour, it doesn't come from knowing the answer. It comes from playing with the question. So what happens when you approach every moment like a game you can't lose? When curiosity becomes your superpower, and obstacles become characters in a story that you're writing in real time. When you realise the strongest frame wins, and you're the one shaping the frame, it gets interesting. Like how performers engage a crowd, not by force but by flow, not by control but by connection. That's what you're learning now, to connect with yourself so deeply that others can't help but feel drawn to you. And maybe it's already happening, that magnetic shift, that subtle smirk you wear when you realise the present moment is the punchline, and the setup was your whole life up until now. So now you commit. Not someday, not later, now. Because action creates clarity, and movement reveals the path. And every step you take confirms what you already feel. Your beliefs have updated, your system has rebooted. And the old code, well, it's funny how quickly it fades when you no longer run it. Now you run a different script, one of gratitude, boldness, authenticity, creative curiosity, deep inner knowing, and a sly sense of humour that sees the joke in everything. You embody paradox, bold and playful, eccentric and grounded, confident and compassionate, curious and commanding. Because the most captivating people, they're the ones who've made peace with being fully themselves. When you become that, and you are, you naturally live by these truths. People mirror energy, and you're the one setting the tone. Self-discipline creates freedom. And you've never felt more free. Mystery creates attraction. You're delightfully unexplainable. Happiness is presence. You're here now, aren't you? That's the beauty of it all. Your new belief system is already online. Your new operating system is already running. And the more you play with it, the more real it becomes. Because transformation doesn't shout, it whispers, it giggles, and sometimes it tells a joke so good you realise you've already changed. And the punchline, you're just getting started.